Hello and welcome to this channel. If you are a tennis fan, you are probably already aware that one of the greatest players of all time, Rafael Nadal, has been a dominant force in the ATP top 10 for over a decade. Nadal has been a fixture in the top 10 since April 25, 2005. But as of March 2023, that incredible reign has finally come to an end. In this video, we are going to take a closer look at Nadal's incredible journey to the top of the ATP rankings and explore some of the factors that led to his remarkable run coming to an end. So, if you are ready to dive into the world of professional tennis and learn more about one of its greatest champions, stick around, this video is for you. Rafael Nadal is not just a tennis player, he is a force of nature. With 22 Grand Slam titles, he has cemented his place in tennis history as one of the all-time greats. But what makes Nadal truly fascinating is not just his raw talent, but his incredible resilience and determination. By the age of 15, he was already competing professionally, and by 19, he had won his first French Open title. What sets Nadal apart from other tennis players is his unrelenting focus and mental toughness. He is known for his intense pre-match rituals, which include adjusting his water bottles and towels with obsessive precision. He also has a fierce competitive spirit, which has driven him to some of his most impressive victories. Perhaps his most famous match was the 2008 Wimbledon final, in which he battled Roger Federer for nearly 5 hours in what is widely regarded as the greatest tennis match of all time. But Nadal's legacy extends far beyond his impressive statistics and on-court achievements. He is revered by fans and fellow players alike for his sportsmanship, his humility, and his dedication to his craft. Nadal is a role model for young athletes around the world, and his tireless work ethic and unwavering commitment to his goals are an inspiration to all. Nadal's impact on the sport of tennis cannot be overstated. He has helped to popularize the game in his home country of Spain, where he is a national hero, and his rivalry with Roger Federer is one of the most iconic in the history of the sport. Nadal's battle with Federer, Djokovic, and other top players have captivated audiences around the world and elevated the sport to new heights. As Nadal's top 10 reign comes to an end in March 2023, it is clear that his legacy in the sport of tennis is secure. He will always be remembered as one of the greatest players to ever pick up a racket, and his impact on the game will be felt for generations to come. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about Nadal's career is the way he's battled back from injury and adversity time and time again. He's had to withdraw from tournaments, missed entire seasons, and even had to take a break from the game during the pandemic. He has had to overcome numerous physical and mental obstacles to maintain his dominance, from knee problems to back issues. The Spaniard has faced physical challenges that would have caused many other players to hang up their rackets for good. But Nadal has continued to play at the highest level, and his tenacity and determination have kept him a constant force in the ATP rankings. One of Nadal's most well-known injuries is his problematic knees. He first suffered from knee pain in 2004, and the issue has continued to plague him throughout his career. In 2012, he was forced to withdraw from the US Open due to a knee injury, and in 2016, he missed the French Open due to a wrist injury. Yet, he has always managed to bounce back stronger than ever, demonstrating a remarkable resilience that has earned him the respect of his peers and fans alike. Nadal's injuries have not only affected his physical ability, but have also had an impact on his mental state. After winning his 19th Grand Slam title at the US Open in 2019, he admitted that he had been struggling with mental health issues due to the stress of his injuries. In an interview, he said, "It has been a tough year for me, emotionally speaking. When you have injuries, then mentally it is tougher because you always have doubts." Despite these challenges, Nadal has continued to dominate on the court. What makes Nadal's achievement even more impressive is the way he's done it. When you think of tennis, you might picture a pristine grass court or a sleek hard court, but Nadal has made his name on the red clay of Roland Garros. Known as the King of Clay, Nadal has won an incredible 14 French Open titles, more than any other player in history. His style of play, with his blistering forehand and relentless athleticism, is perfectly suited to the slow, gritty service, and he's made it his own. But Nadal's dominance hasn't been limited to clay. He's also won 4 US Open titles, 2 Wimbledon titles, and 2 Australian Open titles. proving that he's a force to be reckoned with on any surface. And he's done it all with a fierce determination and relentless work ethic that's made him a fan favorite and an inspiration to aspiring tennis players everywhere. Also, Rafael Nadal's 36 ATP Tour Masters 1000 titles are an extraordinary achievement, and it is undoubtedly one of the most impressive records in tennis history. But to truly appreciate the magnitude of this accomplishment, we need to take a closer look at what it means to win a Masters 1000 tournament. The Masters 1000 events are the most prestigious and valuable tournaments on the ATP Tour outside of the Grand Slams. There are 9 Masters 1000 events throughout the year, and they are held in some of the most iconic cities in the world, such as Indian Wells, Miami, Monte Carlo, Madrid, Rome, and Paris. To win just one of these tournaments is a significant accomplishment, but to win 36 of them is simply mind-boggling. Also, the Masters 1000 events are some of the most competitive tournaments on the ATP Tour. They attract the best players in the world, and the fields are typically stacked with top-ranked players from start to finish. Winning a Master 1000 tournament requires an exceptional level of consistency, skill, and mental toughness, as a player must win 5 or 6 matches against top-quality opponents in just 1 week. The longest streak a player has had in the top 10 since the rankings establishment is Nadal's nearly 18-year run. Regrettably, the Raging Bull suffered a hip injury while losing to American Mackenzie McDonald in the second round of the Australian Open in January of this year, and he hasn't played on the court since. Nadal had been expected to make his comeback at Indian Wells, but after playing again in Mallorca, he decided to skip the competition. Nadal lost a lot of ground with his early loss at the Australian Open. Last season, Fritz defeated Nadal in the Indian Wells final, and even if he is unable to retain his title, he will continue to be in the lead once the Spaniard dropped the 600 points he earned during the final last term. With his 912 straight weeks in the top 10, Nadal has outlasted Jimmy Connors' previous record by 124 weeks. Nadal may quickly climb back into the top 5 with a few successful matches if he can manage a comeback to the tour by the start of the clay season. He missed the ATP 500 Barcelona Open and the Monte Carlo Masters competition last season. Nadal is now certain to fall out of the top 10, as well as being eliminated quite early from the ATP 1000 Madrid and Rome competitions after Taylor Fritz reached the Acapulco semifinals in Indian Wells. As of March 2023, Rafael Nadal's top 10 reign in the ATP rankings is coming to an end. However, this hardly takes away from his status as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. It only serves to highlight the incredible achievements and longevity of his career. He will keep being one of the greatest tennis players of all time, and his impact on the game will be felt for generations to come. Thanks for tuning in our coverage of Rafael Nadal's reign in the ATP Top 10, which has finally come to an end in March 2023. It's been an incredible journey watching one of the greatest tennis players of all time dominate their rankings for so many years. From his explosive power and intensity on the court to his humble and gracious personality, Nadal has left an incredible mark on the sport of tennis and inspired countless fans around the world. Although his reign in the top 10 has come to an end, we know that Nadal's legacy will continue to live on for many years to come. And who knows, maybe he'll make a comeback and reclaim his spot in the rankings once again. So, if you enjoyed following Nadal's journey, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more exciting updates from the world of tennis. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.